Stick around today because I'm going to be sharing with you my 6 top tips to help you build your food storage, shop your shelves, and save money during inflation. A case lot sale is when a store will put out pallets of canned goods, flours, sugar, box items at a discount or an incredible sales price. You can buy them in a case of 12 or 24. You could buy a couple as well on the normal shelves at the sale price. So if you need a few, you could still snag it at that sale price. My number 1 tip with building a food storage and having that 3-month rotating pantry is to know the meals that you and your family eat. Now you could run to the store and buy all this stuff to build your food storage, but if you're not used to cooking with it and it doesn't belong to one of your meals, it's gonna sit on your shelves and not get rotated. I sat down one day and I jotted them all down, including breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, appetizers. What are the go-to things that we have on hand? These are just some of our go-to meals and side dishes. I just buy the same things with the sales and case lot sales because it goes to almost everything that we use. So I definitely encourage you to sit down and map out what your go-to meals are. This is the number 1 thing to do to help build your food storage. With this 3 to 6 month rotating pantry, each ingredient belongs to a recipe or is a common ingredient that can be used in a lot of recipes. So when you head into the stores, you see the sales, you see everything out, there's an adrenaline rush, okay? Or you get overwhelmed. Just don't snag things because they're a good deal. If you know your family's not gonna use it, don't get it. If you do wanna grab a few things, donate it. Our family loves donating to the food banks. If you'd like to see a video how I break it down more, click on the link below on my 3-month food storage video. It goes more into detail with picking your meals and budgeting. Tip number 2 is to take inventory of what you already have. Before you head to the store for a sale, jot down what you already have on your shelves, in your pantry, in your cupboards, in your freezers, and take inventory of what you have. Now you can find a ton of free printables online. The one that I'm using here, I will leave for you down below. I share with you how I took inventory of my food storage and how I took inventory of my freezers. Both those videos are down below for you. Whatever your budget allows, if you can't stock up on 6 or even 12, buy 1 for now and 2 for later. Tip number 3, do your homework before you go. You can take out your store ads, get online, and compare your grocery store sales to your lowest priced grocery store in your area. For me, that is Walmart. Now, when you see things in a case lot sale or in bulk for you to buy, really do your research because they're not always a good deal. On the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, it's a better deal here. Walmart, they want $1.18. I do this anytime I go grocery shopping. Any store that I'm in, I will get on the Walmart app and I will compare prices. Now with inflation, you probably have no idea what your price point is. So you constantly have to be looking at your stores and seeing what their lowest price is. You could jot these down in your phone. You could jot down prices in a notebook and keep it with you. Whatever it is, get an idea of what you're paying for things. So when there's a sale, you can say, yeah, that's a great deal to stock up on, or you could pass and say, you know what, I can get a better deal at another store. I know it's a lot of work, but with inflation, we have to be very vigilant. Number 4, check out the aisles of your stores for other sale items not shown online or in their flyer. There just isn't enough room for the flyers to have all the items mentioned in it. So just take a few moments, go up and down the aisles and look for those sale tags and see what other varieties of your foods you can snag, like no sugar added or chopped, sliced, diced, things like that. I'm gonna go check out the aisle to see if they have different varieties of the tomato sauce of their store brand. So I went and checked their shelves and all the same kinds are there on that shelf. So I was hoping that they would have like a meat combination, but they don't. So I'll go back over to that aisle and grab what I need. Check out all your cans. In this box here, there is a can that is not doing well. So always check your canned goods for dents. Make sure the lids are sealed good, no dents near them. That way you get the best storage life, but that is scary. Number 5, compare brands during the K-Slot sale. Is the name brand item just as good as the store brand item? More than likely, yes it is. Compare prices at different brands side by side. Look at the price per ounce. Decide which food is best for your family. Remember, all foods in a K-Slot sale are not the best prices. Look under the price tag to see the regular price and compare it to the sales price. How much are you really saving? You could be saving a penny or 50 cents. And number 6, check those expiration dates. You could be looking at a display of items that expire next month or in just a few months. Make sure your item has some time to sit on your shelf at home before it expires. Yes, most canned goods can be eaten past the best by date, usually by years. If you have any concerns, go to stilltasty.com for shelf life information. All right, now that you have the 6 tips to help you with bulk shopping success, I want to share with you what I got recently to stock up. Now, 2 stores in our area are having K-Slot sales. Usually, the K-Slot sales happen at a few stores in our area, and they're usually at the same time. Let me share with you what we stocked up on and why. So I grabbed a case of cut green beans, and there's 24 in here. We go through a lot of green beans. Between just opening up a can, seasoning them and eating them at dinner, they go into our shepherd's pie, green bean casserole. We go through a lot of green beans. I also snagged a case of 24 of whole kernel corn, a case of 12 refried beans, and yes, you can make your own with pinto beans, and I'll be taking you along on that. I love making pinto beans in the pressure cooker. And then another pallet of 12 of Great Northern beans, and I have some right here. I have just a few left on top here, and then these 12. We go through a lot of Great Northern beans and my Boston baked beans in soups. Quite a few soups actually call for the Great Northern bean, and I like them on top of salad. Up here in this corner, I have 12 of each pinto beans, black beans, and kidney beans, and they go on this section here. Here's the black beans and the kidney beans, and then pinto is on top as well. We go through a ton of beans. I snagged some more tomato paste. That was a big box. I think there was 24 in that. So I have these ones that I need to use up first that I got at Costco, and then down here and then all the way in the back are the rest of the tomato pastes. And then way up there in those 2 boxes, I have diced green chilies. And here are the last of those down below. This is another thing we go through a ton of. I have quite a few dishes that call for that, and we go through them super, super fast. Just looking at my receipt, and one of those, they're not, the 2 of these up top are not both diced green chilies. The other one is jalapenos. So I grabbed 1 more of these and 1 more jalapenos. I did snag another pallet of 24 cans of mushrooms. These are the mushroom stems in pieces. The ones that I bought earlier are right here on top to be used first, and the expiration date on these new ones was further out, so they went at the bottom. And I did buy 1 more case of chicken broth and beef broth, and this is where we keep them. I go through a lot of canned broth. Yes, I can do my own with bouillon, but for me it's all about convenience, and I really do like the cans. Do I have bouillon on hand? Absolutely. I have some that is vacuum sealed using the Food Saver, and in my long-term food storage in number 10 cans. A big 25-pound bag of all-purpose unbleached flour. And what I did with the last batch that I had, I put them in buckets, in Mylar bags, with oxygen packets. And then with the last bag I bought, we actually Food Savered them in a brown paper sack. And how to do all that is coming up on another video, so stay tuned. And then I grabbed some Bronze Chief wheat. This is the hard red wheat. I have hard white wheat, so I wanted the darker wheat and for baking. I actually went back today and they still had the sale price of this, so I grabbed 2 more. So we're good for wheat, especially what I already have in our long-term food storage with the hard white wheat. And I grabbed the chunky pasta sauce with tomato, garlic, and onion that are ready to go pasta sauces that the kids can make on their own. So I have some ready to go pasta sauces that goes with all the pasta that we have down here. I have a bucket here and a bucket here for pasta. I do make my, what I call gravy, my Italian sauce with these canned tomatoes. So whenever I see a deal on those, I snag them. And crushed tomatoes. I did grab, let's see, I grabbed 24 more crushed tomatoes to make sauce on the go, and my pizza sauce. I use the crushed tomatoes. I also snagged a case of 24 of tomato sauce. They're these little cans here. So the expiration date was really far out, so I put those at the bottom. With the expiration date of the peanut butter being so far out, I did grab a box of 12. And I did buy this box of 24 count of French style green beans. What I had left were these cans here. I love actually serving these as a side veggie when we don't have anything fresh. They're just so good, especially with pasta. So I snagged a case of those. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends, and click on the playlist below where you can start building your food storage month by month. I give you a whole outline how to do this for a whole year to build your rotating pantry.